I am Parikshit Hodam from Sainik School Imphal, and I would like to take this opportunity to present my idea regarding the role of society and government in the conservation of environment. At the start of the present millennium, civilization reached a crossroad, unable to halt the technologies that continue to exploit the Earth's resources, followed by the continuous threat of rising population. We all seem to be on a stage on which a big, enormous human environment experiment is being played. However, we humans, being the most intelligent organisms on Earth, we can change the plot of this unfolding drama to bring back Mother Nature to its own original form. So, what is the proposed idea? In India, for equal representation, we have got different constituencies, and the idea is to make use of this outcome of politics into a tool for scientific exploitation for combating the ghost of the 21st century, that is, waste. Why do we basically need the project? Today we seem to live in a world where people don't care about what they throw, and if this habit continues, we will have adverse effect upon the public health and environment. An example to cite is of the Yucatan Peninsula. Of Mexico, there is this Chichen Itza civilization. It's an example of civilization that arose, prospered. However, they fell into oblivion because of their imbalance between their natural environment and the human population. And the same fate can be with us too. So moving on, let's delve into solid waste. We practically produce a lot of solid waste, and sadly, the amount of solid waste we produce is increasing over the years. So the project proposes the 5 R's, that is reduce, reuse, recycle, recover and refuse in a whole new approach. The project envisages a new concept called regionalized recycling, where recycling is done on a locality basis. So as per the project, each household will be given with 5 different colored polybags, which will be used for collecting plastics, paper, vegetable waste and fruit peel, metal cans and glass independently. Plastics will be sent for pyrolysis, paper will be sent for pyrolysis or recycling, and people with some business minds can start up handicraft business. Example is these 2 young women from Punjab who have flourished their business by producing handicraft products from recycled papers. Vegetable waste can be taken to vermicomposting pits to produce compost. Metal cans can be sent for recycling. Glass can also be sent for recycling. Good glasses, clean glasses can be used to make soda ash or even sand. Whereas bad glasses can be used for making glass foul, which is a mixture of glass bits and asphalt, which is an innovation in itself. Now coming to wastewater. Water is indeed the most important resource, which is much mandatory for our survival. But shockingly, even though 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water, 90% of Indian people face acute shortage of water. And under these consequences, the project envisages to devise a treatment plant based on indigenous technologies to reuse the grey water which we release from a household. So first, the wastewater will be flown through this bar screen where the bigger particles will be separated, and then it will be moved to the grit removal chamber. Sorry, it's not working. It will be sent to the grit removal chamber where, because of its shape, the colloidal particles and other big particles will be settled down. And in the same chamber, the oil and fats will also be separated. And we can add other natural products like lime, which is a good disinfecting agent, or even drumstick extract, which is proven to have a good clarifying agent, which behaves as a good natural clarifying agent. After this, it will be sent to an adsorption chamber where other impurities will be separated, will be taken out from the wastewater. In India, not all the households are connected to the municipality. The septic tanks are not connected to the municipality. Under such conditions, sanitation campaign is indeed necessary. That is why the Indian government itself is coming up with a huge total sanitation campaign. Now, under such circumstances, what I project is of transferring the water containing colloidal particles and organic materials into pipelines and percolating them into soil instead of depositing them into water bodies and thereby polluting them. Organic farming and hydroponics is yet another new approach into modern agriculture, and I believe we can, people now prefer organic foods more than food which are sprayed with chemical pesticides. There are a few case studies which people who have contributed individually and trying to make this world a better place to live in. Now coming on to advantages and benefits, all the techniques and measures which I have included in my project is almost of zero power, I won't say zero, but of almost of zero power consumption. At the same time, we will be giving employment to a lot of people, may it be migrant worker or even skilled laborers, because it involves science. And at the same time, we are conserving the entire biosphere. We are not conserving a particular specific part of biosphere, but we are conserving the entire biosphere as a whole. And we can also make education more relevant to the changing society by exposing them to the new frontiers of science, and we can also expose them to the basic scientific principles behind these simple projects, and we can further motivate them to come up with better technologies, better innovations, and thereby increase the scientific pool of the country as well. Budget. Pickup trucks, rickshaws, initial layout of tanks, pipelines will be costly, and once in place, it will yield multifarious benefits. Unit cost to decide the budget. I haven't been able to project the exact budget. However, I have tried projecting the unit cost. But when we have a cost-benefit analysis, I can conclude that it will always be in favor of benefits, as benefits will always outweigh the initial setup cost and operating cost. Stakeholders' contribution. Corporate firms and even government agencies can reduce the tax and can give incentives and financial aid to people who try to manage waste. And one more thing is we can divert the workforce of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme to maintain such projects. Conclusion. Mother Nature has given us everything for our need, but not enough for our greed. And it's high time that all of us join our hands together and strive for perfection towards maintaining and conserving Mother Nature. Thank you. The land and all, it's there, but the other outputs may be in terms of ecosystem services or maybe in cash at times. And so one thing is, my project deals with waste. And people today are facing a huge problem dealing with waste, because it's a headache for them. Disposing waste is indeed a big job now. So I think in that case, it will outweigh the initial cost.
Okay.